Hey, what is going on the YouTube? This is Robert, and today I'm bringing to the full drop list for this week being week 13 of the fall winter season. Now this week not only do we have the North Face collaboration, but we do then have some lookbook pieces that I've seen across the board, whether it's Facebook, Reddit or Twitter, that a couple of people are looking forward to, and there are a couple of designs that people like on pieces, almost for like a comical side to it, I suppose, but they're probably not going to be buying them in the end. But yeah, regardless, we're just going to be getting straight into this. As per norm though, let me know down below whether your items from last week have arrived or not, and yeah, let's just get straight into this. So yeah, I should also be like covering Palace later on today, so yeah, because I saw that someone posted that the Ultimo range is out. So anyway, let's get into this drop list. Okay, so getting straight into the week without further ado, obviously it goes in the like order of likes, you know, whatever's got the highest amount or the most, you know, it's just how it is. That is so bright, it just looks like I'm just ascending. But yeah, so we're going to be kicking off with the New Era box logo balaclava. Mixed reviews, mixed feedback. Personally for me, I would most probably say black, olive, white or blue. Purple and orange aren't really my favourite when it comes to this balaclava, but yeah, those are probably the colourways that I see being the best. That blue really stands out, and obviously black colourway is just plain and simple. Olive and white are just the in-between. So yeah, moving on from that, we do have one of the North Face pieces being the G-Shock watch. Some people did want different colourways or more colourways. It's understandable, but it happens. And yeah, retail estimations have yet again been all over the place because people have been like comparing previous collaborations that have occurred and then saying what their retails are of like a 155 to 175, so they could expect something around there. Whereas other people are then like, no, it's going to be this price and this price. We don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. From there we have the Kojima shoten lamp. I really like this lamp, I think it's cool. However, going off of past lamps that I've obviously bought from Supreme, I don't really use them or put them out, but I do think that this one is a lot better than like the hanging lantern type that I've had or that I had in the past. I don't know, I think it just has a better look to it as an overall, and obviously you could also hang it if you wanted to, so it's got two sides to it. But yeah, retail, I don't know. I'm not even going to try to guess. We'll just have to wait and see. From there, we just have a large majority or a vast majority of the North Face pieces appearing, kicking off with the tape-seamed shell jacket. Yeah, I'm just going to stick to the same sort of thing of saying the grey colourway. Black and yellow and multi, after like taking a look again, are sort of on the same level, but definitely the grey colourway is going to be the top piece for me. We then have the hooded pullover or the half zip 800 fill piece. Same sort of thing. I think that the grey is going to be top and multi is going to be like on par with it almost, and then yellow and black will be the last two colourways. The Dolomite double sleeping bag, I think it's just like a standard sort of thing that we get every now and again from Supreme and North Face. They just release a sleeping bag sporadically. Personally, if it's going to be the same retail, which is typically above £200 I believe, I'm not really going to be too inclined to go for it, but you never know. If no, they wouldn't do it cheap. Could you imagine if it was under £100 genuinely, it would actually be a good price to pick it up for, because it's the quality that you're getting and on top of obviously the collaboration and the brands and what have you. But yeah, that's just me. The Pigment printed pieces, okay, I went over these, how I was hit and miss. Obviously when it comes to the sweatpant, I believe it was last year, it might have been the year before, but they did a sweatpant with like a small box to it, and now they've just done like a larger version. So it's not really the greatest of design choices, but in comparison to the hoodie, I would just prefer it, just because the pure fact that the logo placement on the hoodie just isn't great. Like, what, are people going to be walking around like that the entire time so that they could be like, yeah, look, here's my logo, or here's the logo? No, they're not going to be doing that. So it's just not going to occur. The colorways are great that they've gone with, but it's just, it's so disappointing as like an overall for me. It really is just disappointing, but regardless, we can move on to the Velour box logo New Era. that's a new one. Colorways are actually really decent, but that is a completely different one for them to do. I do like the olive colorway. The blue might be a bit too dark of a tone for me to appreciate in comparison to the black colorway, because it's very borderline that if you just went a couple of shades darker, it would be like a close match. Olive though is good, red, meh. But yeah, we then have the zip up hooded sweater. Yet again, a lot of people saying the same sort of thing of, you know, Christmas, it's a really cool piece, but they don't think they're going to pick it up. I might be of the same mentality, purely because the fact that from the Palace Ultimo lookbook, not the full thing, but from the lookbook where they show like 20 photos overall, they have a winter one. Now it's not hooded, I'll give like that side to it, but it does look quite nice. Also, Kith have one coming out as well, I believe, this week. So I've got the options, and I think they all drop on Friday. Palace and Kith basically at the same time. Supreme obviously later on. So I've got the option of 3 like wintry pieces. You've got Supreme, Palace, or Kith. Supreme and Kith both being zip up sweaters, I believe, whereas Palace is going to be a jacket type piece. So yeah. We then have the All-Stars hockey jersey. I think this is still clean. I don't think it's as good as like the Gremlins one that was released, but still the colorways are nice and clean throughout. That's about it. We then move on to the patchwork zip up hoodie. This was a piece that I'd seen so far like 6 comments about, where it's one of the hoodies that a lot of people have been waiting for, or an amount of people have been waiting for, because obviously it's patchwork. They like the look of it, and yeah, so I hope that they can get it, basically. That'd be the easiest thing to say. We then have the Pigment printed long sleeve top. I mean, it's plain and simple, like I've already said, so we can move on to the beanie. Black colorway is just my go-to in this. That's it. There's nothing else to say for it. We then have the shearling lined flannel shirt. Is this the one with the stuff on the inside? It is. I don't know how to feel about this, I'll be honest. I've said it before. I don't know. I think black colorway, grey-ish, is okay. The other two I'm not really a massive fan of, but I don't know how it's going to feel. Are people going to wear like a top inside it, or are they just going to wear it and just, I don't know. I don't know about that. We can then finish the week off with the packable ear flap camp cap. The solid piece. So many brands are doing ear flap pieces nowadays. To be honest, it's not a bad idea just to pick one up to have. In the past, they only did a couple of colorways, which would then sell out, but obviously they're producing more of them nowadays, so yeah. We have the world famous pieces, being the track pant and the track jacket. This was the piece where I said that people found the logo placement like a novelty thing or like a comical thing because of where it is. They wouldn't buy it, but they're tempted to, just because of how funny the placement is to it. And to cap off the week, we have the fleece lined beanie alongside the waxed wool 6 panel. In the fleece lined, I like the navy, the green and the black colorway. I'm not really a massive fan of the 6 panel, but the grey colourway is quite nice, and yeah, that's it. So that is going to cover this week for the drop list. As per norm, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, what you're going to be going for. Yeah, that's basically it. Obviously, to those celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope that you have a nice day. Yeah, thanks for delaying the Supreme drop. No, I'm kidding. But yeah. It's a yearly thing that we've had for ages, so most people should know by this point in time that when it comes to this time of year, it's Thanksgiving. Drop will be on a Friday. Fortunately, you've then got Palace at 11, Supreme at 4. They're not at the same time this time round, so yeah, but that's going to cover it from me. So I hope that you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all next time, well, later on today, but yeah. Peace.